So hello everyone, my name is Sumit Shetty from MIT Academy of Engineering Pune. So today we are going to discuss on tidal bridges and the subtitles are classification and types of bridges, components of bridges, concept of economical span, afflux, HFL which means higher flood level, score, depth, loads on bridges, IRC load specifications, failure of bridges in India. So let us begin with introduction to bridges. Bridges, they are more than just structures that connect two points. In civil engineering, a bridge is defined as a structure built to span a physical obstacle like any a river, valley or road without blocking the path underneath. So they form critical links in roads and rail networks, ensuring smooth transport, trade and communication. Whether it's carrying people across or pipelines across valleys, bridges are silent workhorses of modern infrastructure. So let us see about classification and types of bridges. So classification and types of bridges by their functions. So bridges are built for road, railways, pedestrians, aqueducts, pipelines, and pipeline bridges. And classification based on type of structures like beam bridges, arc bridges, suspension bridges, cable stayed bridges, cantilever bridges, and truss bind bridges. And classification based on the material of the bridges, they may be timber bridges, steel bridges, RCC bridges, and pre-staged to concrete bridges, which mostly we can see in day-to-day's life. Pre-staged concrete bridges are most preferably used. So let us now discuss about components of bridges. So what are the substructures of the bridges are foundations, piers, abutments, and the superstructures are deck, girders, or we can say call them as the beams, then trusses, if they are of steel type bridges, then bearings, expansion joints, and approach roads and parapets. Now, the economical span concept. So let us start with the definition. The span length where cost per meter is minimized, which means economical span concept means the concept where the span of the bridge is constructed with minimized cost. So what maybe their features like balance between span length and structural depth, cost consideration like cost construction versus materials. So the what type of materials are used while construction, like examples of comparison: short spans, more piers versus long span, heavier superstructure. So short span bridges require more piers to held the decks, and long spans bridges they require heavier superstructure which have to carry the load. So let us now discuss about afflux, HFL, and score depth. So what is afflux? Rise in water level due to obstruction. If the bridge is built over the river valleys, then the rise in water level which occurs maybe at the time of rainy season or floods, and importance in design which should be considered like flood risk and freeboard. This importance should be considered while designing the bridge. So HFL, high flood level, which should be most importantly on priority basis should be considered, like maximum recorded flood level should be studied uh, before constructing the bridge, and decides elevation of bridge deck. So or what height the bridge deck should be constructed. This elevation should be studied, and then the bridge should be built. And what is core depth? Maximum depth below riverbed due to flowing water. So this is the depth which should be seen before at what level water is flowing. The depth in the valleys or rivers should be checked before construction. Then critical for foundation design. So what depth should is there? What shed depth is there and at what level the foundation should be designed. This should also be checked. Then we will discuss loads on bridges. Then what are the types of loads? Dead load, which means self weight of the bridge. Live load, like moving vehicles or pedestrians for whatever or whichever type of bridge is built, so that or that whatever is passing, this their live load should be also considered. Then impact load, which is like sudden forces acting upon the bridges. Then wind load, especially on tall bridges, and this should be specially seen if the bridges are built of any cables. Then seismic load, this should to be also very studied important on priority basis, like in earthquake prone areas. Then thermal stresses, then water current and buoyancy forces. So let us now see about IRC load specifications. What are IRC? What does IRC means is Indian Road Congress, which is the IS code used in our civil engineering for highway and road and bridge constructions. So what does IRC 6 standard specification for general features of design? So what are the IRC classes? IRC class A, AA 70R loading. And here in IRC 6, there is also explanation of load train concept. Then the usage are which classes are used where rural roads versus highways versus heavy duty bridge are built up. So every structure has their own classification, own standards of design. So we should also use IRC standards. We should build the bridge according to IRC standards so that the bridge is built properly, or anything, any structure like rural roads or highways are built up properly. So there, what causes failure of bridges in mostly we will study about our country India. So what are the common causes like design flaws, poor maintenance, corrosion, overloading, foundation score, natural disasters. So these are the main common causes which causes failure of bridges in India. Maintenance should be on periodic and routine basis. If the structure is built of steel, bridge is built of steel structure, then there we should also be aware of corrosion. Though, so whatever precautions can be taken on the maintenance should be taken on periodic basis. Then overloading, there should not be any overloading on the bridge. And then foundation score. So the scoring means flowing of soil with the flow of water. This should also not happen, and this should not affect the foundation of any bridges. So and also natural disasters like flood, earthquakes. So only we check of flux and HFL, high flood level. So there are case studies of failure of bridges in India, and we can read this like Morbi Bridge collapse, which is collapsed in 2022. Then Kolkata Vivekananda flyover, which is collapsed in 2016. Then Siliguri Coronation Bridge. This is old age bridge, and this is repaired due to score and old age. So overall, what conclusion we get to see is importance of proper design, material choice, and load consideration. This is the most important while construction or considering any structures, any structure like it may be road, railway, highways, bridges, or any buildings. So while construction this, the proper design should be done. Materials should be used on proper standards which are mentioned in IS codes, and the load considerations were at how much load that the structure should be designed as per the function and as per the load they are going to bear, and the need of awareness about environmental and dynamic factors. So while constructing anything, the you like we can say in day-to-day life, sustainable development is the most importance given uh, one of the development that is taking place. Then relevance of IRC standards in ensuring safety, which means using of Indian Road Congress standards for ensuring safety and proper designing and building of any structures. Thank you.